started working on set, he already started giving me advice, unsolicited, but has been helping me ever since, even after the show, which has been really fantastic as well. We still go out and, you know, grab a bite to eat or get a drink, whatever. Yeah, he's an absolute legend. Yeah, I feel very lucky to have worked with him and Georgie on the show, because a lot of the people don't really get that experience, like every single day working with the older cast. And yeah, I feel pretty privileged to be able to say that I got to work with the young crew, which is really fun. They're all, you know, energetic and ready to go. And then you've got the older crew who are just have like a plethora of knowledge, and you can just ask them as many questions as you want and they don't get annoyed. It was the same with, I actually shared a dressing room with Shane, who plays John on the show, for like 2.5 years, and turns out that we're like more alike than I thought. We love the same things. We both love to cook. He loves sailing, and so do I. And that was amazing. Spending like, we had so many times that we were late on set because we were gossiping or we were talking, or, you know, in our dressing room. Yeah, which was awesome as well. So I did get to do a lot of scenes with him as well, which was great. But yeah, working with Georgie, working with Ray, it was probably the best part of the whole experience. Except when I knew him, he had really long ringlet hair. He was like a surfer dude. Yeah, and seeing him with short hair, I had to double take. His head looked a lot smaller. But yeah, no, it was great. It was great working with him, and obviously it was nice to have like a new, fresh face in the show as well, because you know, since COVID we didn't really hire anyone else, and then having like a whole new influx of people was really cool as well. What wasn't cool was getting buried alive, but you know, it was definitely a fun experience. It was an experience, that's for sure. Actually, one of the scenes, I mean, obviously we did like a lot of it in studio, but the ones that we did in location, we actually just went into a field, and I walked into the set and they dug a hole which looked like a grave, and there was a box inside which was very poorly constructed, and it'd been there since like the night before, or maybe 2 days before, when they dug the hole. So what had happened was the whole thing was just filled with centipedes and spiders and yeah, exactly. And no one really thought about it. I didn't think about it. So anyway, I get into the box, and there's this part where Theo has to close the lid over me, and they actually did that, and then start like shoveling dirt on top of the coffin. And I could feel all these things just crawling on my neck and into my clothes, and like a true professional, I kept going. No, I didn't. Like, I called cut. I said, "Get me out!" When like the mist rolls in, it can be, you know, almost 5 degrees there in the morning, and then it reaches 40 degrees in the middle of the day, and then 5 degrees at night again. So if you're there the whole day, you have to bring your whole wardrobe. But yeah, that place is great. It has the caravan park as well. Another great place that I love to work in was actually the Parata family home, where it has the pool, just purely because there were pool scenes shot in there, and it's fun to be in a pool and be at work. And you don't get sandy. But yeah, in terms of the studio sets, I think I really liked working in Salt. I did a lot of my scenes, you know, the last couple of years that I was working in Salt. And I think one of the main reasons I liked it was because I was working with Emily Weir so much. She is fantastic and great person to work with, a fantastic actor as well, and hilarious. Like, it would be really hard to get through some of the scenes because she'd just be saying the funniest stuff. Actually, I have a story about one of the last times that I worked in that set, and it was an OH&S issue, that's for sure. But does anyone remember the poker storyline? Yeah. Yep, where we created that whole
Salt, yeah.
Yes, in Salt, yep. Anyway, there was this scene where we had about 50 people in the room. That's like 20 extras, all the crew. It was a full house. And one of the scenes is I had to pop a bottle of champagne and go, woo, pour the bottle of champagne out, and hand out the glasses. As I was popping the bottle of champagne, I popped it, the cork goes flying, and right at the back there's this really tall Polish woman who's one of the extras, and it hits her in the back of the head. And I hear this, oh, ow! And I stop and I go, oh, I'm sorry, what's going on? And I see that I've hit this poor woman. This is a room full of 50 people, might I add, so, you know, it was a pretty lucky shot on my behalf. Anyway, I said, okay, let's just do this again. So what I did was for the second bottle, for the second take, I turned away the bottle in the complete opposite direction of her. I popped the cork, it hit one of the lights and hit her directly on the head again. I mean, what are the chances? It's like I had a vendetta against her. And she was a good sport about it, but I felt so bad. I've never had such good aim in my entire life. So, yeah, that was a bit of an issue. Who else was really funny on set? Emily again. Like she was really great with ad-libs as well. So, you know, she'd just add a few little things at the end of the scene and it would just like send me into laughter as well. But there have been some pretty awkward situations on set as well. Like I remember there was a scene straight after the burial scene where I'm in the hospital and I'm lying down in the bed, and Sam Frost is in the room, and so is Harley, who played another doctor. Georgie was there, Ray was there, and I'm supposed to be unconscious. And the thing about doing scenes in a hospital room is you get tired because you're lying down. And so I may have fallen asleep while we were doing a scene, but you know that sleep where you know you're aware of your surroundings and you know what's going on and you think you're awake but you're actually asleep. So the scene was quite intense. Ray barges in and goes, "What the hell has gone wrong with my grandson? What's going on?" And the hospital staff have to placate him, and I'm lying there asleep. And then at the end of the scene, they call cut, and then there's just dead silence. And I'm thinking, I wonder why it's so quiet in here. And then I hear this, and I woke myself up snoring, and I look around the room, and everyone in the room is staring at me. The crew, the other actors, and they hadn't called cut. I just was snoring too loud during Ray's monologue. So, but you have to do that at least once. We say on the show that you're owed at least one storyline where you're in the hospital, lying in bed, because you get to spend the entire week in the hospital room, just lying down. No lines, exactly. Yep. And the whole joke of, I've learnt my lines for this scene, that always comes out. But yeah, I'm glad that I finally, in my 5 years, actually got to spend a bit of time in bed. That was fun. Something had happened to Bella, and Ryder finds her, and so does John Palmer as well. And in the scene, Shane, who plays John Palmer, had a water bottle, and it was a spray bottle because he was cleaning in the scene. And he's standing behind me, and he's using his spray water bottle, and I'm supposed to be tearing up here and really emotional. And he's got the spray water bottle, and he's slowly spraying it into my shirt, and so my whole shirt is getting completely soaked as I'm supposed to be doing this scene. Luckily we only had to do that take once, because if I had turned around, it was completely soaked. He's definitely a prankster on the show as well. He loves a little joke every now and then. I guess that goes in part and parcel with his character as well. Hello Sunny and Maddie, it's Ryder here from Home and Away with Devin, a little special someone, and Kamal. How's it going? Wish you were here. It's a bit of a shame that you're not. I think they beat you to it going on the tour first. Maybe we'll see you again sometime. Check out this beautiful view. Look at it. Alright, see you later. Bye. Hello Gina, how's it going? I'm here with your lovely wife Charlotte. We are in beautiful East Coast Australia. Wish you were here. Wish you were on the tour with us. Don't know why you weren't invited. You should have complained to Charlotte. Maybe next time you can join
Cheers.